You picked the wrong house, fool.
Oh god.
Hi, and welcome to E3 2019 predictions.
You sound like what's his fucking name? You sound like
Fat Albert.
but
CeeLo Green.
CeeLo Green. What's his name? The Cleveland show. Junior. Exactly. That's what it sounds like. Exactly.
Hey guys, it's time for E3 2019. I'm Razorback Mango. With me today is Mexican Chewbacca. Please say hi, Mexican Chewbacca. The only reason I'm allowing him to do that is because I can't do that. My throat hurts. It hurts. Don't make me keep doing that.
Stop being a little bitch.
Fuck you. Stop making me do that. I don't like that.
Alright, let's stop.
The only reason I'm letting him do Mexican Chewbacca is because he's taking precious time out of his Rainbow Six Siege playing.
I haven't played as much as
Bullshit! I saw you playing 2 days ago.
Yes, I did, because it's been a while I haven't played.
So
What? I'm looking forward to the new operators next week.
Oh my god. You fucking Ubisoft fanboy.
Just Rainbow and Tom Clancy games.
Ubisoft Rainbow. Ubisoft.
What was that?
You fucking Ubisoft fanboy, I swear.
You
and your
almost fucked
pay,
up on saying
you
that.
and your pay-to-win bullshit.
I didn't pay for any Okay, one operator I paid
Okay,
for.
there we go. You paid for the best one. You paid for the best one.
Maverick it's not like the
Paid
best
for the best
operator, but
Uh-huh. Okay.
you didn't
Okay.
you didn't even play it.
No, I don't play it. I don't like Ubisoft games.
Because you suck at first-person shooters.
No, I just don't like Ubisoft games.
You just suck
They
at first-person shooter games.
turn me off. Anyway, we'll talk about Ubisoft later. So this is the annual E3 predictions with myself and Mario. And I think last year I did it solo. I think
you did because I was at work.
Okay, because I did it solo. So we're gonna try to go through them, and there's not really a whole lot to talk about this year. Yeah, Sony's not doing one, so that's like a whole conference that's gone, which is weird because they could have done one this year.
Who else announced that they're not going to E3?
Who else? I don't think Activision's gonna be there, except to do Call of Duty. EA's doing their own bullshit. Xbox, technically, they call it an E3 conference, but they more or less like it's like the off-site, from what I understand. I think. Yeah. So let's get EA out of the way first. I don't give a fuck about anything EA is doing except Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's all I have to say about EA.
I haven't played FIFA for like 5 years. I haven't bought a FIFA game. The last one I bought was like 2014.
That's astonishing.
I just got the problem after the whole I had a friend I used to play with him through share screen. So we used to play the FIFA games, and we were knowing how each year the games, yes, graphics got better and physics, but the balance of the game and just the way it seemed, it's like the game was just more unbalanced.
Yeah.
You see some rated 89 player with some pace, and you see a guy with 56 pace, yet he's able to catch up to him.
Yeah.
Or the goalkeeping or the defense, it's just, man, I just stopped. What else for EA is there? To be honest, I have no idea. We know that Anthem failed and Battlefield failed. After a month, if you see a game that goes $30 in price, half price, something's wrong.
Yeah.
That right now, I think what's his name?
Well, they announced that they're doing.
Spooky was at Target, and I saw this on Twitter, on Anthem, $24. How long has it been since the game released?
3 months.
Yeah, $24 on Xbox. I was like,
Wasn't on sale though. It was like the new. Was it the new price or was it just on sale?
it was just like, I guess on sale, just deeply because no one's buying it right now.
Sucks for them. The only other games I can think of that they might show would just be Madden, which I don't care, FIFA, which I don't care, Apex Legends, which I don't care. Like I liked that game initially when it first came out, but I just like stopped giving a shit about it after like a week. Like that game went away really fast. Like this is why I was like so hesitant to call it a Fortnite killer, because everyone was coming out and was like oh, 9.5 out of 10. This game is amazing. This game is the Fortnite killer I've waited for. Let me rub my nipples in excitement. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not gonna kill Fortnite because they don't have jack shit in terms of good cosmetics or anything like that.
Playing it.
Well, they don't have anything in terms of like good cosmetics, and that's what makes their money. Like they can't. That's the problem. It's like a free-to-play game, but if your cosmetics are shit, then you're not going to get enough money in there, and that's what EA really wants in the end. Like, yeah, the good press is fine, but their player count's been dropping, and their revenue from it has been lower than expected from what I've heard. Which is astonishing considering that it was like, when it first came out, it just like hit the ground running, and now it's like this thing that no one gives a shit about anymore. Well, I mean, that's not fair because people do give a shit about it, and I do like the game. I just have no motivation to play it anymore. That's all. Like I'm like, whatever. It's another battle royale. Okay. I've heard they're gonna be doing The Sims as well, Sims 4, which I don't care. There's that Sea of Solitude game that's coming out in July. I don't think they're going to show anything from that, but that's like one of the only interesting things that they have. They could do Garden Warfare 3.
That's one of the things I'm actually hoping for. Garden Warfare 3. Plus knowing who are the people that make it?
PopCap.
I really wanted to make it. It's been a while since 2 came out. And it's the only
2017, 2016?
Was it 2015?
Was it 2015?
I think it was 2015.
Let me see.
Not 2016. Because the first Garden Warfare came out in 2013, right? Or 2014?
Let me see. Anyway, keep
Da,
talking.
da, 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 da.
2016.
There we go, 2016.
2016.
3 years.
Yeah,
I think it's about time.
that's a great series, by the way. That's like, ironically, weirdly enough, that's like the only EA multiplayer series that I kind of love. Like Battlefield, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I know. Apex, I don't care.
Before I even say anything, I do have Anthem and I do have Battlefield, but the only reason why I have them, and I didn't pay for them, I got them for free because I bought an RTX card for my PC. So
RTX gave you the fucking short end of the stick on that one.
Yeah.
With an AMD. The AMD, they would have fucking given you either like Division 2, Resident Evil 2, or Devil May Cry 5. And Resident Evil 2 is really good. Devil May Cry 5 is fucking great.
Anthem was crap.
Suck.
Anthem, I couldn't even like play the first hour of it because it was just like really little frame drops. Everything was just lagging so bad. Battlefield, I'm okay with it because I've been playing Battlefield since like Bad Company 2. So I've been playing the Battlefield games for a while now. Plus,
They were good.
nah, but at least I still find some enjoyment with friends, so it's pretty fun. Anthem, I don't have anybody that plays Anthem, so I'm like, it's just there forever. I'll probably touch it in 3 years and see how they finally fucking fix it after so
They're
long.
never going to. That's the problem.
Eh,
Never going to. There's that game, it's not like Destiny, where like Destiny had really good, like a solid foundation. Like it had really good gameplay. Even shitty vanilla Destiny 1 had really good gameplay. Like it had solid gunplay. It had some kind of interesting gameplay loop to it. Anthem doesn't have fucking any of that. Anthem is just a giant piece of shit. Like its gameplay sucks, its world sucks, its mission structure is terrible.
The only thing I like about Anthem was just the flying. I feel like Iron Man. Were you playing with controller or were you playing with
I
keyboard?
played it on the PS4, so I played it with controller.
I like the flying. That's the only thing I liked about it. Everything else is just crap. I felt like Iron Man.
I felt like I had a fucking brake tied to my foot all the time. Like, it just felt so cumbersome to fly it. So yeah, Garden Warfare 3, that might... I don't think they're going to announce anything. But Garden Warfare 3, that would be pretty cool. I'd buy that. I hate EA, but I'd buy that. Like, I would, seriously. Like,
I know, same here. I'll buy it.
I'd buy it.
I'll buy it day one.
Yeah, I don't like microtransactions or not. I'll buy Garden Warfare 3 like day one because I really like that series. So that's
Kernel Corn, everybody.
Yeah, Colonel Corn. So EA, thank God they're not doing a conference this year, so we don't have to talk about what we expect from the conference. They've literally like laid out what they're gonna show, and really the only thing I give a shit about is Fallen Order.
Already doing a EA Play.
Yeah, but that's where
That's like open to the public.
Yeah, but they're not doing a conference. They're just doing like scheduled live streams, I think, on the Saturday, and then that's that. Well, by the time this comes out, it'll be like Friday, I think. I think I'll throw this up on like the Friday before. But it's no conference this year, thank God, because the last year's was abysmal. Yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, so EA, we don't care. It's a Star Wars. Even then, I've heard they're gonna show Star Wars during Xbox's conference, so I don't know why they're even bothering. I don't know why EA is even bothering showing it if they're just gonna show it at Xbox.
I'm from DICE, and we had some, minor feedback on the game. I'm like, minor feedback, motherfucker. You're wrong. Terrible.
Well, that's not just DICE. That's like BioWare. They're like, oh, we knew this game was gonna be shit, but we released it anyway. I'm like, bitch, fuck you.
5 years in the making.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, so moving on to Microsoft, which I don't know. Like, I'm really looking forward to how that's gonna go. Like, I'm really excited to see what Xbox has got. Like, not only just for like a lot of people are like, oh, they're just gonna show multi-platform games, and it's like, well, I've said many times over the years that like it doesn't matter what they show if you don't get the structure, you don't get the pacing right, you're gonna have one boring ass conference. And I felt like last year they just like killed it 100%. They just did such a good job. Like, minor lull after Kingdom Hearts 3 was shown with like the Forza bullshit, and I'm just like, whatever. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't say that because I ended up buying Forza Horizon 4 and I actually liked it. So, and I'm not even a car guy, which is a miracle. So anyway, these are the games.
I told you about that
you did
new
tell me.
system they had.
You did tell me. I'll give you that. So for Microsoft, these are the confirmed games so far. So we've got Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Xbox's stage. They aren't going to be putting that on Nintendo's Direct.
It will burn the Nintendo.
Yeah, that Nintendo would explode trying to run Cyberpunk. Alright, we've got Halo Infinite, which, Gears 5, which, could be good. We've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for Microsoft. And we've got, I think that's about it for, for that. What do you want to see from Xbox while I run out of stuff? Tell the people what you want.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Half-Life 2 Episode 3. What? For years I've been wanting a Half-Life 3. For years. But You know, we never got episode 3. And it's like one of those things. It's like, it's like it's one thing that I've been like wishing, hoping from. Like, Microsoft, you have the fucking money. Convince Valve. Fucking do it. I don't care if it's a fucking Xbox exclusive or PC. Just fucking do it.
Hey man, Valve might as well do it now that Epic's taking all their shit.
That's another thing too. It's like, yeah, it's not like too. Another thing,
I jump, but that's what they need to do at this point.
you know, they have a lot of things. Like, they can bring back Jet Radio too.
Jet Set Radio?
Yeah, Jet Set Radio.
Is that Sega? Or is that Xbox?
But remember, it was only like an Xbox thing exclusive.
Yeah, but who owns the rights to that now?
They have the money. They can buy it back. Microsoft, how many studios did they buy last year?
That's a good question. 7?
7. There you go. 7. Microsoft has the money.
Yeah.
It's Microsoft. They sell like for every fucking Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, they're making about $100 to $300.
Yeah.
They can do it. They can do it.
But it's like, I don't think we're gonna get anything that they've bought, like the studios that they've bought. I don't think we're gonna get any games unless they're like CGI teasers for them. Which I think we might get something from like, I take that back. The only one that I think we're gonna get from one like the new purchase studios is Fable 4. It's like an open secret that they're doing Fable 4. Like, they hinted at it last year too. If you rewatch that conference, Phil Spencer says like, "Oh, Playground is working on like another thing, but we'll talk about that another day." And I'm like, it's Fable. I know it's Fable.
When was the last?
Last Fable was, if you don't include that multiplayer one, the last true Fable game was Fable 3, and that was like 2012, 2011.
So like about
It's been a long time since we've had like a proper Fable. They shut down the studio that made Fable. Yeah. That was when they had that Fable Legends game. That was the asymmetrical multiplayer one. And then they were like, nope, not working. Cancel it. That was like in the same time they canceled Scalebound as well. Which, well, I mean, here's the thing. I still think Xbox has a lot up their sleeve. Like, for example, they're recently going with, putting Game Pass on Steam now. Or PC. They're putting the Game Pass on there. And they're going to be putting a lot of their, they're putting their day one exclusives on there. So if you buy like those deals where it's like $1 for 3 months or whatever, you'll get like the latest stuff from Xbox for like nothing, next to nothing compared to how you normally would get it for like PlayStation. Which I'm not knocking PlayStation for, because I think PlayStation's approach it works because it gets people hyped up. It makes it feel like an event game. But I feel like what Xbox is doing is just more convenient, especially when they're going to be starting to add their exclusives on Steam now. They're not even exclusives anymore. They're just like, hey, here's Gears 5 on Steam, and they said we're going to be bringing like not only our current stuff, but we're going to be bringing all future stuff to Steam now. And I was like, fuck, okay. I guess they're going to be doing Battletoads on Steam, which I'd be down for that. Halo Infinite on Steam. Well, they're doing the Reach first, I think. But Halo Infinite, possibility it could be on Steam when that comes out. So that's Battletoads. I forgot about that one. That's another one that I'm looking forward to, which seems cool. I'll have to see gameplay because we only got a CGI teaser last year. Cuphead DLC, which I'm pretty happy about that.
Ken Levine, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is he doing?
I have no idea, to be honest. After what Bioshock Infinite, because I know Ken Levine has like a good partnership with Microsoft since the Bioshock games, or maybe that was just 2K or Irrational by the time. But I remember what Bioshock came out for the Xbox, right? First. Yeah, I did.
That's right.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Not that they ported to PS3 and after that.
I totally forgot about that.
So it's like, probably, like I know since Microsoft supports like a lot of indie companies as well.
Yes.
That's why I was like, maybe.
Maybe.
So maybe. What else was
Forza
there?
8. obviously gonna do another
Well,
Forza.
Forza 8.
How much you want to bet that they're gonna drop a car from the ceiling again?
Did they do that last year?
Yeah, they did.
$5.
$5? I'd bet like 20 on the fact they're gonna drop the latest like McLaren or something from the ceiling.
Well, it can be a McLaren or it can be a Pagani Zonda. It could be anything.
I don't know. I only know the name McLaren just from Forza Horizon 4. So
is that the car you drove often?
I don't know. No, I drove the Red Robin or whatever it was called. The Robin.
From Top Gear?
The Top Gear car. Yeah. So Forza 8, which is turn 10. So it's turn 10's turn for this. That's a mouthful. Which Playground is probably working on both Forza Horizon 5 and Fable 4. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. This will be like the third year it's been shown on Xbox's stage, and we don't even have like a solid release date for it. I'd get it. It looks really good. I need some kind of release date, but they said it's gonna be 2019.
What was the other one? Dead Island?
Dead Island 2? That disappeared off the face of the planet after 2014?
No one knows nothing
Yeah,
about it.
what the hell happened to that game? Like, they keep saying, oh, it's in development, and I'm like, nah, this does not look
How do
very
you have a feeling that they probably scrapped the idea and they're just making something new?
Probably. That might be. That might be the case.
Left 4 Dead 3?
No, they're doing... Did you hear they're doing, like, a thing with Warner Brothers now, where it's like a new IP that's basically like Left 4 Dead 3? It's like bathed in blood or something, or something like that. I'll have to look it up, but next time you have the mic, I'll look it up.
Sure.
All right. What I want from Xbox, I basically just want a repeat of last year. I basically just want, because I've heard it's gonna be like 2 hours, so I just want 2 hours of game. Just boom, 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 and they've got the content for it this year. Like 2 years ago, I was going like, how the fuck are they gonna make an Xbox thing? They don't have the content for it. This year, especially with Sony not there, there's a lot of like third-party companies that are like scrambling to get on Xbox's stage. Now that Sony isn't gonna be there, because last year they had to have like Capcom saved the Resident Evil 2 remake reveal for PlayStation. Neo 2 was on PlayStation. Control from Remedy was on PlayStation. So you still had a decent number of third-party games on PlayStation. But this year, it's like, you gotta go with Xbox. I don't know, if you're bringing it to the Switch, you can do Nintendo, I guess. But if you're not, you might as well not even be there at all if you're not gonna be on Xbox's stage. So the content's gonna be there. I'm looking forward to seeing like Cyberpunk, because I really loved what they showed last year of it. I'm really looking forward to that. Battletoads I'm looking forward to. I'm still waiting to see if they're gonna bring anything from Rare's other classics back.
A new Conquer?
A new Conquer would be nice. I'm always gunning for a new Banjo-Kazooie. That would be nice, especially after the fucking ukulele bullshit. What else could they do? The studio, like the purchase studio that I want to see the most from is Ninja Theory. Like after Hellblade, I really want to see what they do next, especially with the funding from Microsoft, which could be like huge. They finally will get the budget they deserve making a game. So they're a great team. Like they've made like such good stuff over the years. And yes, that includes DMC, Devil May Cry, which I really like. I can't really think of anything else with X. Oh, the new console. So how extensive do you think that's going to be?
Looking at a gamer perspective or the tech nerd in me perspective?
No, what I mean is how much information do you think they're going to give out? Because PlayStation's already like being really chatty about it, like uncharacteristically chatty about the PlayStation 5.
Looking at a tech nerd perspective, because I remember you had to call me and talk to me about the specs for the PlayStation.
Because I didn't understand.
Well, yeah. So, look, Microsoft has all the money in the world. They make billions of dollars.
Yes, they do.
They can give the R&D department like $100 million budget and just work on probably the next thing.
Yeah.
So knowing
What was I gonna look up while you had the mic again?
something about
Dementia.
yeah. I'm focused right now on this.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
whatever.
fine, it's
Fuck, what were they talking about?
fine. You're talking about
Oh yeah, like
the new Xbox
look,
720
look. Okay, so basically,
Xbox One 2.
1.5.
Xbox 1.5. They're gonna turn into Kingdom
Alright.
Hearts now.
Alright, so basically, what I'm saying is like Microsoft learned from their mistake when the Xbox came out.
Yeah, let's hope
How
they
the
do.
30% less stronger than what the original PS4 had.
Yeah.
So if Microsoft finally talks with their R&D department and finally gets it right, we're talking about like, you know, everyone's talking about 4K is the next thing.
Yes.
Like real native true 4K.
Yes.
But to run real native true 4K, you've seen the specs on PC and how much they are.
Yeah.
Now-
which is what I never believed they were
Well,
gonna
now
be running.
they are working with AMD
Okay.
instead of you know, well AMD. You know, AMD's coming out with the new Navi chips
Now,
and
this is PlayStation
7
5 or
nanometer.
Xbox.
Both of them are working,
Okay.
but we're trying to see, you know, who has more of the money.
Oh, Xbox definitely.
Well, yeah, so you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they work with Navi and start getting like true native 4K. But it all comes down to, my opinion, is cooling, because PS4 sounds like a fucking jet engine right now.
Even the Pro sounds like a fucking jet engine.
Exactly, cooling. To run games stable at 4K, you have to have sufficient cooling. Everyone, these companies can talk about specs. It has to come down to cooling.
Yeah.
Like mine, I have mine overclocked to like 4.5 and it's water cooled. Temperatures are so low, you don't hear anything at all.
Yeah.
But you're talking about something small.
Yeah.
That's like what size of a DVD player?
Oh yeah.
And you know, everyone's excited about these specs, everyone's excited about what it can do, but it all comes down to cooling. Because if I'm gonna drop $600-$700 on a new console and it keeps overheating and, you know, frame drops and the
Yeah.
game starts running slow, you know, it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Am I just gonna, like, you know, mod it, put water cooling in there, and voila, finally play a good
Yeah.
fucking game? No. See, I'm happy for what's coming on next generation. I'm happy that they're working with AMD, since, you know, they are the underdogs in the computer world right now. They're actually beating they're not beating Intel right now, but the way I'm seeing it is like Intel now has competition.
Yeah.
And knowing what AMD is now doing, and them working with Microsoft and Sony, I'm pretty excited for the next gen of consoles.
Yeah.
But the main thing for me, it just has to be cooling.
With me, it's like PlayStation. Obviously, I'm gonna get the PS5 because they're not gonna be offering their games on PC.
Well, yeah, after that, like PlayStation is working with a new SSD they're working on.
Yeah.
So
Xbox, it's like I don't really care about the console. I just care more about the games because I can just get those on PC. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, people are excited for the next Xbox, and that's great. But I'm just looking at it, and I'm just like, cool. I can run these better on my PC, like next gen. I don't care what fucking good hardware this next Xbox is gonna get. It ain't gonna beat my console. It's not gonna be running at like 60 frames on the Xbox. I mean, if they get it to run like 60 frames consistently for every one of their upcoming games, great. That's fine. But it's not gonna beat like a normal, really good gaming PC. It's just not. Sorry, it's not. It's not. And not even the PlayStation. I'm not. This is not to bag on Xbox. Not even the PlayStation 5 is gonna do this shit. I know PlayStation 5 is bragging about how they're doing like amazing processing power and next gen fidelity. You ain't gonna be seeing God of War 2 at 60 frames on that fucking PS5. I'm telling you this now. You're not going to. You're gonna see a lot of caveats for these two consoles when they really start talking about them. Because they hype up. They tell you only like the good stuff when they're on stage, but then the caveats start to come out like later on when you hear more things, and you're just like, oh, it can't do this. Oh, it can't do this. Oh, it's got this restriction. Oh, that's when you start like that's what you got to pay more attention to, not just on stage, but like what comes afterwards. That's why I tell everybody, like, just look at the headlines the day is after. That's the real like deal breakers right there. They're not gonna tell you the bad shit on stage. They're only gonna tell you the good stuff. So that's Xbox. I think they're gonna do. I hope they do really well because they've got the content for it. They've got the money for it. They've got the content for it. They've got both the first party and the third party content. Licenses. And they've said that they're going to have like 15 fucking first party games on their stage, which I don't know how many have already been announced, but it's like, cool. All right.
Unannounced.
I don't know how many are announced either, which is like, all right, cool. Okay, cool. Bethesda is the next one, which I don't
Except
know.
for Doom.
Doom, they could just do that on Xbox's stage though.
Sure they can.
I don't know why Bethesda is like, no wonder they need microtransactions from Fallout 76 and Rage 2. They spend all this money on this fucking press conferences that they don't need. Like, what have they got?
Are we gonna have like a?
They just got Doom, that's it. Again? Yeah, they're gonna have the band come back and play another song. Now, if it's from Doom Eternal, if it's the guy who does the music for Doom Eternal, I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with
that guy's badass, but...
The intro to...
Phobos? Yeah. That would be cool. But, like, what else have they got? They're not gonna show Starfield. They're not gonna show The Elder Scrolls 6. What else can they show?
Wasn't there something about Todd Howard saying that he knew it was gonna be a bomb or something?
Oh god, that's a whole nother video.
I know that's a whole other. God damn it, I know it's a whole other video, but it's like, why?
It's ridiculous.
Why?
Porque.
Okay.
That's so stupid. But
what are they gonna show?
they've got those Wolfenstein games coming out in
Youngblood.
June and July, I guess.
But we already saw.
We saw them
right?
last.
They
Yeah.
did the same thing. It's just gonna be like, is that it? It's there's.
Yeah.
I'm like, but that's the only thing I can just remember by them is they only have Skyrim. They have the Elder Scrolls.
Imagine they show Elder Scrolls, they show Skyrim again for like the next. What's like another console that's out now? No, they're gonna show Skyrim for the Google Stadia. You watch. You watch. I'm joking, but you watch. They're gonna show Skyrim from the Google Stadia.
Oh God, no. Okay, so
You watch. It's gonna
Okay.
happen.
so
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm fucking telling you.
Fallout 76 VR.
Oh. Like, okay.
VR gives me a headache even at like the best of times. Even when I'm playing something really good like Astrobot World or whatever the fuck it's called.
Kingdom Hearts.
Arcanum Hearts. Fallout 76 in VR would make me like throw up my own intestines. Like it just would be so physically uncomfortable that I think my brain would explode. I think my eyeballs would fucking melt to the back of my skull if I tried playing that. But they confirmed that they are going to be showing Fallout 76 at E3, which I'm just like, how dare you? And why? Those are my two questions. What fucking nerve, and how dare you, and why? I guess three.
For like a broken game.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're going to show off the next content for Fallout 76. Hey, bitch, no one gives a shit about this fucking content for Fallout 76. You know who cares about Fallout 76? Retards. Retards care about Fallout 76. Because they're fucking fanboy retards care about Fallout 76. Us rational thinking people don't give a single fucking puddle of jizz about fucking Fallout 76. Fuck that game.
At first, I remember when the game came out, Todd Howard was like trying to defend the game, and at the end, he finally admits it. I'm like, what?
All right, our game's not garbage. Our game. Oh, by the way, our game's garbage.
I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, because I remember, like, when did it come out? It came out like in November, right?
Yeah.
In November. And Todd Howard was like trying to defend the game in like every fucking way. And here a couple months later, he's like, yeah, it's garbage, We knew this was going to happen. It's like, I'm like, hold back. Well, hold back, motherfucker here. People who spend $60 fucking on this game
This fucking industry, I swear to God.
pay their hard-earned fucking money for a game that I thought was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I was almost one of those retards. Thank God I didn't buy it. Yeah, because I like the idea of like online and everything, but at the end I was like, I have a bad feeling something's gonna happen, and thank God it did happen. Broken saving files, game was freezing, guy did the nuclear bomb and the whole server crashed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you hear about
I
that?
forgot about that.
Yeah, the whole game crashed.
There's so many controversies with Fallout 76.
like I lose track of them. Okay, so they could show off, I don't know, Wolfenstein stuff, I guess.
I just can't think of anything.
I just don't care, like, except Doom. Like, the only reason I'm watching it is just for Doom. And even then, like, I'm really nervous for Doom. Like, I'm thinking, like, how can they fuck this up?
The only thing is, like, how long is the conference?
I hope not very long. Hope they keep it, like, I hope they just don't show anything else besides Doom Eternal.
That's all, it's because, like...
Just show Doom Eternal,
like,
that's
if
all I
it's an
want.
hour, what the hell are they going to show for an hour? Except just, talk for 30 minutes? The innovations of what we're doing with Fallout 76 have gone more to what we can do and expand the map. And also, with the bugs we have fixed, with the new patches that are coming out, Fallout 76 will be the game that you guys truly wanted in the beginning.
Imagine they play they bring a band out, and the band was just hyping up a screen full of patch notes. They bring out that band again, and it's like you guys ready? All right, and they just show up like a change log for every like oh, we're fixing up this fuck up, we're fixing this fuck up, we're fixing this fuck up. Evil Within 3? I don't know, maybe.
Didn't that bomb?
Evil Within 2, yeah, that didn't sell very well. Cause guess what? They released it they released a niche horror game during the busiest time of the year. What a shock! It's the same thing with fucking Wolfenstein when they complain like, oh, no one bought Wolfenstein 2. Well, asshole, you released it the same day as Assassin's Creed Origins and fucking Super Mario Odyssey. Doesn't take a fucking genius to figure out why your game bombed.
Tell that to Todd Howard.
Well, Todd Howard didn't. It's more like Pete Hines and whoever the fucking president is. I don't like they bitch and whine that no one bought their games, but they released them at like the worst possible time. Like, why the fuck are they like? Who the fuck decides when these games get released? They need to be fired. This is the same. Bet the same guy who fucking decided those release dates just made the genius decision at EA to put Titanfall 2 between Call of Duty and fucking Battlefield 1. Same genius. The same level of genius decision making. But anyway, that's really all I've got for... I mean, oh! We've got breaking news leading into Ubisoft. We got breaking news. Alright, so, hold on. So, Doom Eternal, I'm really looking forward to that. It looks great. Everything I've seen from it looks fucking great. I hope they don't fuck it up. But something in the back of my brain tells me they're gonna fuck it up. Somehow, there's gonna be some kind of caveat attached to it. Like an ugly ball and chain. Because we just can't have nice things anymore without caveats. We just can't. That's not how the game industry works. We're not in the PS2 days where we can just we just like constantly on our guard. We're not constantly on our guard anymore. All right, moving on to Ubisoft. Ubisoft, who I don't give a fuck about. Ubisoft.
No,
Ew.
Goobisoft.
Goobisoft?
We call it Goobisoft for Rainbow Six.
Oh, I'm thinking Ubisoft.
Well, we call it Goobisoft.
Ew.
We call it Goobisoft because, you know, somehow in Rainbow Six Siege, when you shoot some person in the head, it doesn't count, you know, with markers and everything. So usually we're like, wow, Ubi said it wasn't a headshot, so he told you to fuck off. Yeah, welcome to Rainbow.
Okay. I don't know.
How about Ubisoft?
Okay, so first let's get the confirmed ones out of the way. So they're going to be talking about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I don't care.
It's supposed to be a continuation of...
I didn't like Wildlands, so...
Yeah, I play Wildlands for friends. It's boring by yourself.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't like these games where they're like, oh, well, you have to play with friends in order to make them interesting. I'm just like, why the fuck did you even bother if they're not fun by themselves? Like, Smash Ultimate is probably better with friends. It's better with friends, but I can play Smash Ultimate by myself and really enjoy it. Like, I'm just like,
using the seals are fun too.
Dude, okay. Do you remember when that fucking Predator game got announced? The teaser trailer for like the one that Sony's making?
Yeah.
I was like gunning that was gonna be SOCOM. I was ready, man. I was ready to like text you. I had a text ready and everything. Like, oh fuck, SOCOM. But then the Predator showed up and I'm like, oh. It's a Predator game. Oh, it's a asynchronous asymmetrical Predator multiplayer. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I don't care anymore.
So yeah, it's basically a continuation of Wildlands, and the enemy is the Punisher himself.
Yeah, I guess.
That's pretty much it. And what
I just don't believe anything Ubisoft shows anymore ever since Watch Dogs.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. We call it Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. EW. Ubisoft.
We just call it Ubisoft. I swear, man. Ever since last year, you know, just Papa Ubisoft says "fuck you." It wasn't a headshot.
Papa Ubisoft.
Yeah, because I guess like Rainbow's fun, but there's days where I fucking hate it at the same time.
Yeah, well, it's my world too. My opinion of it. But
What else?
The breaking news.
The breaking news. Literally, apparently this was leaked like a couple days ago. I didn't look at it because I'm like, I don't want to read about it, but they confirmed it. So we're gonna be getting Watch Dogs 3, which, if you all know my history with the original Watch Dogs, it's like one of the worst games I've ever played.
I haven't played none.
I hate the first Watch Dogs.
I haven't played the first one or the second one.
I love the second one. Like, I've never seen a more dramatic turnaround. Like Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1 to Titanfall 2 is like pretty dramatic turnaround. And then Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2 is a pretty dramatic turnaround for me as far as sequels go. Because Watch Dogs 1 I thought was just boring and ugly, and it looked like dog shit compared to how they were hyping it up. And it had a fucking annoying Christian Bale Batman-esque protagonist who was an asshole. Second one, a lot more colorful, a lot more fun, a lot more personality in these characters. Yeah. And then this one, I've heard things that it's not exactly what I would have liked from Watch Dogs 3, because I've heard for a long time that Watch Dogs 3 is going to be set in London. So I've heard about that, which I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Brexit.
Yeah, post-Brexit. But then I've heard that it's going to be taking place in like a near future dystopian version of London, which I'm like, okay, like, not like Order 1886, but it's just, I'd like it to be like modern London, because I just like the aesthetic of modern London set like in the like the same color palette from Watch Dogs. I basically just want Watch Dogs 2 set in London with more focus on non-lethal weapons. That's really all I want. Like, if they would make that, that's like, I'd buy that like in a heartbeat. I hate Ubisoft. I think they're terrible. And I hate what they do with their single-player games, where they shove microtransactions in it. But I would buy a Watch Dogs 3 if it was just Watch Dogs 2 in London with a focus on non-lethal weapons.
Something I heard about Watch Dogs 3 was you're able to control NPCs.
That's the other part. It's so here
It says you'll be able to assume the role of any NPC they encounter, and that players will see things at different points in the game depending which NPC they're playing as. Now, I don't know if this means that... I don't know if this means that every single... Is it like... I assume it means like every NPC will be controllable? It sounds like an idea that is better on paper than in execution. Which is like... I mean, you could do that with Phantom Pain. Like, for any of the soldiers that you recruited, you can play as them. But it's like, why would you want to? Like, you're playing Metal Gear. You're gonna fucking play as Snake. But I don't know how extensive this NPC thing is gonna be. I don't know. I want to see what it looks like, obviously, because I loved Watch Dogs 2, and I've been looking forward to Watch Dogs 3 for like 3 years now. So I'm very interested in what it's going to be, but I have my reservations to how Ubisoft is gonna handle it, especially with the with the political commentary that they like to do, which they're not exactly the most subtle with a lot of it. And I don't really care one way or another if it does like anything, if it like gets its hands dirty with political commentary, but it's just like whenever they've tried to do it in the past, and I don't really care one way or another if it's like apolitical or whatever. It's fine. I don't care. It's just when they make an attempt to do it, it's always really like it falls flat on its face. Like with the original Watch Dogs, where they tried making this like commentary on like racial violence in Chicago, and it was like the most like disgusting ham-fisted way they could have done it, where like every black guy in that game is like a thug and a rapist and says, "Yo B, get that cracker," whenever you're like shooting them. It's like it's so bad. But this, I don't know about Watch Dogs 3. I want to see it, but I don't know. But those are really the only two. Probably Just Dance. They're probably gonna do another Just Dance. They're gonna have the dancing panda again, like they did last year.
Work with Nintendo again.
They could.
What was the last one? Mario Rabbids.
No, the last one was that spaceship game where they had Star Fox in it. That was the last. That's an add-on. That's an exclusive thing for the Nintendo version of that game. But like a full-on game, that would be the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So they could do a second one, which I've heard it sold well.
It did.
One of the other games I've heard about they might do is like a roller derby game. That's supposed to be like their answer to Rocket League, which I'm like, okay.
Can we have a Rainbow Six Vegas 3, please?
Can we have a Splinter Cell, please? Like, for the love of God, like, come on. Like, I know Ubisoft. I don't trust Ubisoft with a Splinter Cell game, but the modern Ubisoft with one. But it's like, come on, guys, please. Can we please have a Splinter Cell game after all this time? Like, it's been so long. Can we please have one?
I need Ghost Recon.
Yeah, just give me something, please. Just something that isn't. Well, we have no Ghost Recon. I mean, Breakpoint, Ghost Recon. Yes, new Ghost Recon. We have one.
I want like the old style.
I know.
Ghost Recon.
I know what you mean. Aside from that, I can't think of what else they could show. Like, they're not going to show that pirate game, which got delayed to 2020. They're not going to show. I doubt they're going to make it another South Park game.
Beyond Good and Evil.
No, I've heard Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not actually going to be at E3, which shocks me. They're going to do their own.
It is here.
They're going to do their own like dedicated stream, from what I hear. That's really Assassin's Creed Vikings. I guess they're doing that next year with the launch of the next gen consoles. Which... I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention with Xbox that From Software game that they've been rumored to make, the one that George R.R. Martin's involved with, where it's like Norse mythology, which would be really cool. But anyway, that's with Xbox. Yeah, Ubisoft. I can't really. With Xbox's conference, I know it's probably going to be bad. I know it's probably going to be boring. I know it's probably going to be cringy. But just tone it down, please. Just tone it down. That's really about it. Same with, that's actually my thoughts with Bethesda's conference as well. I don't expect it to be...
The Crew?
Oh god, The Crew 3. Because The Crew 2 did so well. Oh god, yeah, both Bethesda and Ubisoft. I don't expect them to be good, but just tone it down. Just don't go for the theatrics, because they're not good at that. They're not. Anyway, let's get to Square Enix, because we're almost about to reach the hour mark. We've got a lot to go through with Square Enix, actually. And Nintendo, like a lot. Square Enix, for once, like, they're taking the spot that Sony normally has. 6 p.m. Monday night. Which I'm like, okay, like, if you guys are gonna take that spot, that's a very coveted spot. You guys better, like, bring it. And they've got stuff. Like, they've got 2 games. They've got, like, I almost said Dying Light 2.
We've already got Stories Remastered.
That'll be the day. They've got, actually no, they do have Dying Light 2. I was right. So they're actually publishing Dying Light 2 from what I understand. I'm like, okay. Now I hate the first Dying Light. But I did like what I saw of Dying Light 2 last year. It does look interesting. And that could be another like Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2 situation. I'm not going to count it out until I play it, but I really hated the first Dying Light. So I'm like, okay, let's see what they got with Dying Light 2, because it looks more interesting.
I haven't touched that in so long.
I haven't touched it since I rented it like day one, and I beat it, and I thought it was like garbage. So I just like, I cried tears of joy when it was over. I forced myself to play through that. I was just like, this is so awful, and I really hate it, but I'll force myself to keep playing it. But to get to the other confirmed one, before I get to the big two, they have this new game that they're teasing called Outriders from the team, and I've heard it's from the guys behind Bulletstorm. Do you remember Bulletstorm?
That's an old name I haven't heard in so long.
Yeah. So it's the same team, but I don't know what it is, and supposedly the Square Enix is going to show more of it on their E3 thing. So I don't know.
Just Cause.
Just Cause 5. They did Just Cause 4.
Right.
Just Cause 5. No one remembered Just Cause 4.
Remember Just Cause 4.
So, do you want to read the big two that I have?
Yeah.
Since I'm like hogging the mic.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which actually, that's the one that I'm not really all that interested in.
Well, to be honest, I haven't really even seen.
They haven't shown anything of it.
No, they haven't.
We're talking about Avengers.
We're talking about Avengers, but to be honest, I haven't. And for a lot of people who are like, you know, that have seen the films and are big fans of it,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you guys, I haven't seen Endgame nor I haven't seen Infinity War. I just wanted my John Wick 3 and I'm happy with it.
I'm an indifferent Marvel person, and even I've seen both of them.
Anyway, skipping Avengers because we don't know nothing about it.
Well, let's not.
Okay, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Well, Avengers, it's a big deal. It's Avengers. People are gonna buy it. It's Square Enix. Square Enix is gonna throw tons of money in it. They've got the backing from Marvel. I think it's a co-development between like their 3 studios that they've got. I think they're Eidos Montreal and oh god, who are the people that do Crystal Dynamics and the other team. What's the other team's name? There's like 3 of them.
Oh, that work with Square Enix, right?
Yeah, there's 3 American studios that are like under the Square Enix umbrella. See, I'm gonna look this up before I forget. So this was announced like years ago, which running, you know, Square Enix's normal, it's their normal MO of announcing a game like years before it's even like ready, which we'll get to that in a second as well. Yeah, Eidos Montreal, and they've also got Crystal Dynamics, who are the people behind the Tomb Raider game. And there's a third one that I'm really struggling to remember that's gonna fuck with me if I forget, so I better look it up now. This is how well prepared I am. Fuck. No, damn it, it is Crystal Dynamics. Is it Crystal Dynamics? Is it just those 2?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn there was another one. Maybe I'm thinking of the Hitman people.
IO Interactive.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of them. Cause yeah, maybe I'm thinking of them. But they're gone now. They're under what are they called? They're under Warner Brothers, which yeah, I guess. Yes. Eidos Interactive. Days, yeah. They own those 2, so I guess yeah. I guess that's it, just those 2. But Avengers, I'm not really looking forward to it all that much, if I'm being honest. Like, I'll need to see what it looks like. I'm sure it'll look fine. It's just, but I just see Square Enix with this thing, and I just think it's such a weird match. Because when I think Square Enix, you know, I think Final Fantasy, I think Kingdom Hearts, I think Dragon Quest, I think Running Out of Stories. I don't fucking think Avengers. And it's like, I'm not a fan of their like their American properties, like their North American stuff.
Kingdom Hearts 4, Avengers Tower.
Yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. I'm just like, whatever about Avengers. Like, I'll see it. I'm sure it'll look fine, but I'm just like, whatever. What are your thoughts on Avengers?
No clue. It's just like, I don't know anything about it. It's just, okay, we're doing Avengers. We don't know if it's like turn-based or, you know.
It's not turn-based. It's a third-person co-op action game.
Okay.
That I know. That much I know.
So, like, Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Kind of like that?
Kind of?
Kind of, maybe. We don't know.
We don't know, but kind of.
See, that's...
We don't know, but kind of.
I Square Enix, Avengers, they don't...
Yeah.
They don't connect.
It's a weird combo.
Exactly.
But the other one, the one that, like, the only, like, besides Avengers, if Avengers wasn't there, of course would be the other one, which is, of course, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is, like...
Was announced when? 2015?
2015, yeah. Which does look good. It does look very good from that new footage they showed during the direct, or whatever, not the direct, the state of play, last one. And I'm sure we're gonna get an extensive look at it, which is the only reason, like, besides Avengers, that anyone's watching their shit on next Monday. And I'll be watching it, but that's really all my expectation for it, is just, like, make it look good. Let's just make it look good. 2020 release date for that first part of it. Just get it in people's hands. Get it in people's hands so you can free Nomura and have him work on Kingdom Hearts 4. The love of God. Yeah, I'm expecting we'll see probably more Tifa. Everyone wants to see Tifa. Everyone wants to see Sephiroth, what he looks like. I don't know if we'll see Sephiroth. Sephiroth doesn't really appear in 7 until like
Spoilers.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Aerith dies, okay? She dies. She gets a sword shoved through her back by Sephiroth, okay? Aerith dies. Let's stop this. Like, oh, it's a spoiler.
I have never played 7.
Yeah, but you know.
I know.
Everyone knows. Fucking everyone knows that Aerith dies. Except some asshole has been living under a rock for 22 years.
Who are you people?
Who are you people? And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I saw somebody who was like, oh, Aerith dies? That's a spoiler. No, it's not. Aerith, that's like one of the most famous video game scenes ever. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate that it's like a huge like twist of the game, but it's like, sorry. It's been around for 2 decades now.
It's a meme
sorry.
now, too.
Yeah, it's a meme. Sorry. Hate to say it. I wonder though. I wonder how extensive the remake is gonna change things though. Like the one thing that I ask, like they could change whatever. The one thing that I ask is just keep Aerith dead. Just have Aerith die. That's all that do not fuck with that. Like do not fuck with that. If you fuck with that, you're playing with molten hot fire. Like, you will piss so many people off if you change that. If you make Aerith live, that defeats the whole, like, that defeats, like, a huge emotional, like, investment that you have. Defeats the whole point of that. So, don't change that. That's all I ask. But as far as things they haven't announced, Platinum, they announced some game last year with Platinum that they're doing after the success of Nier. I think it's called like Babylon's Fall or something. Know nothing about it. So I don't know. They canceled that cool looking game, that RPG from the guy that makes the Tales series. I was really disappointed by. They haven't talked about Kingdom Hearts. They haven't shown footage from the Kingdom Hearts DLC. I have no idea when that's coming. If they show that, fine, that's cool, but like I hope they don't spoil a bunch of shit like they did with 3 in those trailers. I don't know. I don't know. So Square Enix, my expectations, Just show me that Final Fantasy VII remake. Make it look good, and don't be boring. That's my expectations for Square Enix.
Please elaborate.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, you got me Kim Hearts, you know.
Yeah, I did.
You know, what was it, 2.5 remix?
I got you all of them.
All of them complete.
The whole collection.
Yeah, I'm close to beating one.
Yeah, I
After
got you
so
that.
long.
I got you that when? Like Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas time, and here we are 6 months into the new year. All right, I don't know, man. If I gotta think of like my favorite Final Fantasy game would be 10.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Too.
That's my favorite. 7, I've never played it.
7's great. 9 is great. 10 is great. 8 is pretty good. 6 is good. 15 is garbage. 15's crap.
Haven't touched 15 at all.
15's crap. That was a huge disappointment.
You heard it here, folks.
So that's Square Enix. The final one, now that we're past the hour mark, is Nintendo. Which there's actually a lot to go through with Nintendo. And now that you own a Switch, hey, you better be like paying attention to this, because you know Angel's gonna want some of this shit. You know he is. So Nintendo, they haven't announced anything that they're gonna be showing their Direct. So everything's like on the table. However, the one thing I might be able to rule out is Pokemon. So they are gonna be showing Pokemon tomorrow morning. Well, by the time this goes out, they showed Pokemon Wednesday morning. And we'll know how it is when I see it. So, I mean, it's possible they still show Sword and Shield. They might not show a release date during the Direct. I don't know. Star Fox, it's always possible. I want to see more of that Astral Chain game. That looked cool. I thought that looked cool. That was the new Platinum game. That looks pretty interesting.
Another Nintendo game I enjoyed as a kid.
Which one?
Imagine if they bring Conkers to Nintendo.
That'd be great.
Can you imagine that?
It's possible. Xbox and Nintendo have been really chummy like recently. They've really been like sucking each other's dicks.
No, I'm just saying because you know Conker's Bad Fur Day was on Nintendo 64,
yeah.
so that's all you know. I'm saying, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It's not gonna be a child game, but for a lot of people, you know, it'll be something you know that you can take on the go. You know, play a like a remastered version of Conker's Bad Fur Day on your Switch and take it on the go. Be on an airplane and you know just fuck you, motherfucker.
Have one of the stewardesses walk by and she looks at the screen, sees Conker pissing on a giant thing of shit.
Or the shit monster. Like
The shit monster.
The shit monster.
I will throw my shit at you. So, Nintendo as well. The one that I really want to see is Animal Crossing. When Animal Crossing comes out, goodbye social life. That's it. Like, you thought I was gone with Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh no, bitch. Animal Crossing. I'll be in my room and be like, Animal Crossing. Just
For like like a week?
probably a week. Animal Crossing. I hope that actually looks good.
What day is it?
What year is it? It's like
What?
Jumanji. What year is it?
Bitch,
I've been in Jumanji. That Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake, which looks pretty good. Luigi's Mansion 3,
Yes.
which I want. I've heard that they're gonna show more Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which could be cool. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC. We have Joker. I've heard for a long time now that they're gonna be showing like that they're gonna be characters from like a Square Enix game. They might have Steve from Minecraft.
Sora.
I swear, man, if they show Sora like in Smash, I can just be like, that's it. I'm done. Like, I've seen the coolest shit in video games right there. Just Sora and Smash. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Done.
Oh,
Oh.
you too. They have Mickey there. Can you imagine that?
He's like the ultimate. No, I was talking about this with Joel, I think. It was another friend. And we were I think it was Joel or somebody. I was talking about
This is how bad
what
his memory is.
Yeah, my memory's pretty shit. So Smash Ultimate, like Sora's like ultimate, his final smash, it would be like, I imagine it would be like a Trinity move or something with Donald and Goofy. Now, if that's true, if they did decide to do that, they would have to bring, like, they're already bringing Disney on board. And I don't know if Disney would play ball with this. I'm not sure. But then again, Disney, like Nintendo let Disney use, I think they let them use like Nintendo stuff for Wreck-It Ralph, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think it could be possible, like a, hey, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing, where Nintendo asks Disney, like, hey, can we have Sora and Kingdom Hearts in here, please? And they might go, you know what? You let us put you let us put your characters in here. We'll do the same. It's possible. I literally just thought of Wreck-It Ralph right now. Like, I never thought of that as like a good like Nintendo Disney collaboration. There's probably another one that I'm forgetting, but it's possible. It's just if Disney. Oh yeah, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Because that's Maui.
Maui. It's just Bohan's dressed in a giant wig. It's got brown paint on him.
Here he is, bro.
Even browner paint. It's gonna go full blackface for Maui.
Full tattoo.
Yeah, it's got like Sharpie tattoos on.
I can't wait to show him this later.
But oh god. Okay, we're about to hit like the hour 15 mark. Nintendo, I'm expecting good things from Nintendo. Like I'm really excited. Like Xbox and Nintendo are like the two that I really want to see what these guys got, because man, my wallet's already crying looking at like November, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I've got.
I'm fine. I still have money in it.
I've got Shenmue 3, which I want, and I've got Star Wars, which I want, and I've got Death Stranding, which I want. And then if Nintendo comes in and is like, hey guys, we've got Pokemon, oh shit. We've got Animal Crossing, oh shit. We've got Luigi's Mansion 3, oh shit. We've got Link's Awakening, oh shit. And then you never know, they could be bringing more stuff that we don't know about.
That's kind of true. Like I said, Congress by Friday, I'll buy that day one.
I would too. I'd be so happy if they brought if Microsoft just like finally was like, fuck it, fine, here's Conquer, here's a new Conquer. Like, I'm glad that they're bringing like the old rare IPs like Battletoads back. I think that's cool. That's kind of like that's a step in the right direction. But man, people really want. I'm sure Microsoft understands that people want Banjo, people want Conquer, but I'd like to know the mentality behind these companies that just say no, that are just like, let's like it's the same with Square Enix, where they're just like, where we like over the years we're like, hey, here's a wish list of the things that we want. Here's a wish list of the things that we will willingly give you money for. Lots and lots of money if you do it exactly how we want it. Please make this happen. And they just like go, no. Like they just cover their ears, and they're like the monkeys, where they're like, see no evil, hear no evil. And they just like go, no, we're not gonna do that. Here's nuts and bolts. Here's fucking Quiet Man. Square Enix isn't willing to publish or fund a new fucking Chrono Trigger, but they're willing to make Quiet Man and Thief and a bunch of North American games that all undersell because they don't want to make a sequel to Chrono Trigger. So anyway, at least Nintendo, like they're listening to their fans. They're like, oh yeah, we know what besides like Mother 3, which I don't know why they're so weird about that, and friends playing online with friends on Super Mario Maker 2. Nintendo seems to have actually like gotten with the program mostly. mostly. Like, they're doing, like, Luigi's Mansion 3, which people have been asked for a long time. They're doing an Animal Crossing, which people want. They've done Smash, which people want. They've done a new 3D Mario game that was a masterpiece. They've done a new Zelda, which people loved. They're doing new Pokemon for the Switch, which looks really good. They're doing Bayonetta 3, which people want. They're doing Metroid Prime 4, which people have been asking for many years now. So the balls in their court, they're doing stuff that people want. I just don't know if it's gonna be any good. Whether it's any good or not, it's a different story. But as far as like wish lists, they're doing shit. It's more I can say for fucking Ubisoft or Xbox or Square Enix
Or anybody.
or well Sony too to an extent. So yeah, that's E3. I think it probably will be a kind of meh year compared to the couple that have come before. Yeah, no Sony, but I hope it's good. Yeah, that's really all I got for E3. Any closing thoughts for you, Mario?
What do I think? What do I think?
What do you think?
I don't know why, but I have. Of course, Microsoft's gonna take the spot.
I have a feeling Xbox is gonna have the best conference.
Well, yeah, they don't have competition this year.
Yeah.
And this is what me and Chris were talking about last night. How, Sony doesn't need to come to E3 this year because
No.
people already know what Sony's done during the last couple of years. It's
They
like
could have though.
they could have, but it's like Sony it's gonna be under the radar right now.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. They're just saving it for the right moment.
Yeah.
They're just gonna let everything out, and Microsoft is gonna be, fuck. That's what me and him were talking about last night.
Xbox has been doing kind of a shit job of keeping up with Sony with the exclusives department. Like, they've just been releasing stuff like Crackdown 3. It's like, okay. While Sony over here is like pulling out like fucking God of War and Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn and like Bloodborne and a bunch of other shit people love. And here's Xbox like, oh, we've got Forza again. Like, okay. But I'm always rooting for Xbox, and that's the thing that always like gets lost on the people. It's the thing I always have to stress. I'm always rooting for Xbox to do well, because if Xbox is healthy and can provide like good competition to Sony, we win. Like, we get better games out of it when Sony wants to fucking compete, when they really want to compete. And that's what happened, like the latter end of the PS3 era, where they finally were like, oh fuck, Xbox is killing us, we better pull out the stops. And that's when you started getting things like God of War 3 and Uncharted and The Last of Us and Twisted Metal and a bunch of other good stuff. And at the beginning of 2014, you got like Infamous Second Son, which was really good, and you got PT, rest in peace, and not the Order 1886, but Bloodborne, Uncharted Until Dawn, Uncharted 4, lots of good shit. Competition's healthy, so I'm always rooting for Xbox to just like knock it out of the park, which is what they did last year. That's really all I want, just a repeat of last year. Just give me the good games, give me the shit to look forward to.
Yeah, what he said. Well, basically, yeah. Same thing. Just basically what it is. We never know. Probably like next week, might be like, Sony announcing, oh, we're doing another state of play or live stream, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, they could. They're that ballsy. I know they are.
They're
that dirty. They
dirty,
look dirty.
ballsy, anything. PlayStation Experience at Anaheim again.
That would be great. I love that. I don't think they're gonna do it. But
No, they're not. But I hope they do.
yeah.
What do we see here?
It's just... Alright.
Alright then.
So Mario, thank you
again for taking the time out of your Siege addiction to come here and talk to me about E3. I do too.
Why not? Let's go.
So anyway, we will leave you all now, and we're gonna go get some tacos, and we'll be back for, well, I don't know if we, but I'll definitely be back for once
Okay.
E3 is over.
Yeah, I'll be back too.
Alright.
We can talk about it.
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
said,
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay. Fuck it. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.